Hi, I am really excited to do a review and a small reading with this wonderful deck that I received recently. This is the large version, and the deck I received, it's so cute. Look at the difference in size. This is the pocket size, and this is the original size. So I used to own this deck, and I actually gave it to my partner because he wanted to start readings, and I decided to give him this deck. And I'm part of a card deck club, and in the last box that I received, this deck was in here. So I meant to receive it again, and I'm really happy about that because I just love it. This is Wisdom of the Oracle Pocket Guide and Deck by Colette Baron Reed. And the illustrator, she is a digital illustrator. Her name is Jenna Della Grottaglia. And the illustrations are amazing. These cards are smaller, so it's a little bit harder to see, but in every single deck, you can see an image of the oracle. And like Colette Baron Reed says, the oracle, it's like she becomes your friend. So you can see her image hidden in every single card if you look really closely. And the images are also very mystical, very magical, and very inspirational. So, that being said, I had a chance to reread the guidebook. It had been quite some time, and it's really a wonderful guidebook. As I always say, it's a good idea to read the guidebook so that you know what the intention of the creator is. And also, there's some interesting spreads, and oftentimes some really fun questions that you can ask, some suggestions, and that is just the case with Colette Baron Reed. She explains her process. All this is channeled, it's really wonderful, and also she explains some really nice spreads and ways to ask the questions. And she shares examples of readings, actual readings that she did for people, and it gives an idea of how to do a reading for someone else and how to combine the cards. And so it's a really nice little guidebook. And actually, I say little, it's huge. It's really thick. And that being said, speaking of the guidebook, it's really small, but the font is a really nice size. So it's wonderful for that. It's easy to read. I've had small guidebooks like this where the font is really tiny. So this is wonderful. Also, with this oracle, that's really special, and we're going to do a little reading so that you get an idea of actually what it is. What's special is that there are several different interpretations for the cards. They're all sort of intertwined, but every single card has an essential meaning. Every card has the oracle's message. Every card has a relationship message, also a prosperity message. So depending on what your question is, if your question is about relationships, whether family, whether colleagues or friends, or if your question is about business, it could be prosperity message. If your question is about a project that you're launching, or a creative endeavor, so it's all it can be tailored. Every single reading is different. There's so many interpretations in one single card. And then finally, there's the protection message. And the protection message, I like the way she words it, it's the reversed cards. So if you get a reversed card, it's sort of a sign that something to look for if you want to further on your path. Something that might be like a plan B, or something that maybe you want to look into further before you go ahead. So the interpretations are really great with these cards. I really enjoy doing readings, and I'm so glad to get reacquainted with this deck. And the fact that it's tiny, of course, you can get the full size deck, which is wonderful. But the tiny size is so portable. You can put it in a jean jacket pocket. You can stick it in a bag. It's tiny, tiny, and they shuffle so well, even for small hands. On top of that, oh, there's a flipped card. That's a sign. Let's put it right there. That's the first one. On top of that, it's nice for people who don't have a lot of strength. You know, they're not as heavy. So really, really nice for younger people or elderly people. So what I'm going to do just a brief reading. There's some spreads here that are described in the book that are really nice, and I love the way Colette Baron-Reid asks the questions. Like, she'll say things like, what is the next best action to take? I find that really such a nice way to frame a question in a general way, but that can really pinpoint what it is that you should focus on. So there's some spreads that are described right at the beginning of the guidebook here that are really nice. Like, there's a 1-card reading, but let's do a 3-card reading. So the 3-card reading, she describes it in this way, which is pretty standard. Where have I been? That's the past. Where am I now? That's the present, the 2nd card. And then the 3rd card, where is all this leading me? The future. So that's really straightforward. That's really great. And since there was a card that was already flipped, I decided I would snag that one first. So our past card is already flipped, and it is upright, actually. So I can't see it from here, but I'm asking our guides, my guides and your guides, whoever is watching this, dear viewer, it's because it's meant to be, right? So I'm asking my guides and your guides to help us bring about the card. Yes, they're both there. So I'm going to take them both. I'm going to take the first card that jumped as the present card, and the last card that jumped as the future card. Thank you, guides. I like it when things are so obvious, right? So I'm going to look at the first card here, which is the card that was actually flipped up for us already in the deck, and it is Milk and Honey. So this is the past. If we look at the guidebook, we can, and I always suggest to use the guidebook. I use the guidebook when I do readings for people. I cannot memorize all this information. There's so much information in all these oracle cards. So use the guidebook. So the first card is Where Have I Been? And that's the past. So the first card is Milk and Honey. It's card number 51. We're way up there. Wow. So we're going to go see in the book. And depending on your question, I forgot to ask you to ask a question, but oftentimes the question really actually can answer itself or comes up in the reading as well. Sometimes the guides won't answer your question. The cards won't answer your question. They'll tell you what you need to know. And it's funny how that happens. So here's the first card. It's the past. The essential meaning, the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing, abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. Ooh, that's the past. Okay, the oracle's message in this particular card. You've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting, yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. Aha. So that's the essential meaning or the oracle's message. If the question is relevant to a relationship, sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers, sweet moments of understanding and love among friends and family are all here for you to savor now. Your heart's calling will be answered. Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet with gratitude, and you will be nourished with the honey of abundance. That's interesting. I look forward to seeing what the next cards are already, because it's telling us good things are coming, and that's the card of the past. So yay, let's see what it says. So for prosperity, if our question is relevant to prosperity, there is only one authentic you. This version of yourself is Spirit's emissary in the world. Ah, when you're in alignment with the truth that you are a unique expression of the divine, your ego can rest and your soul can illuminate your purpose. Yes, now is the time when you're seeking your true north. Oh, I love that, being from the north. When you find this direction, you automatically step into prosperity and the world brings you evidence of abundance. Miracles are a chance and a way of seeing the world. Sorry about that. Miracles are a choice and a way of seeing the world. With every choice you make right now, you have the potential to seize good fortune and embrace your destiny. Opportunities will lead you to your best life now. Let's see what the next cards are. Be open to them. You're getting a sweet taste of what you want. Okay, we won't read the protection message because the card is upright, but if the card were reversed, we would read the protection message. So let's see what the next card is for the present moment. And in the book, it says, where am I now? Where am I now? And the card is upright again, deep knowing. I forgot to show you the first card here, Milk and Honey. It's just beautiful. I actually did an unboxing of this beautiful deck and a flip through, and unfortunately the video didn't work. So I'm doing a review and reading instead. There is the next card, Deep Knowing. The cards are just beautiful. So let's go see. That is card number 43. And for those who are interested in numerology, we can use numerology with the readings. It's really, can be a really fun aspect as well. So the card is Deep Knowing and it is upright. The essential meaning of deep knowing, it's intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, hypersensitivity. Ooh, I like that. That's me. And I'm certain that it's you as well who is watching. The oracle's message. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. That I so believe that. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. I love that. I love that. Try that. If you haven't tried it, try that. It's so fun. It's so fun. You hear that song on the radio, you see a sign, somebody tells you something random, and there it is. That's what you needed to know. Unusual sources are very interesting. If the question is related to a relationship, there are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected at a level impossible to describe. Yep, that feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly into your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. I love that. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. So awesome, right? So depending on what, you can view this in all kinds of ways. It can be a romantic relationship, family, it can be a business relationship. This is wonderful. A colleague. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. Yay! Okay, so next is the prosperity message. Let's see. This is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them. Take the risk and act. Wow. Within you, there is an oracular consciousness. Yeah, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the the genius of the collective. This, the energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. Oh, wow. I won't read the protection message because the card was upright. Had it been reversed, we would have read only the protection message, not anything else. We can read the essential meaning, but then we go right to the protection message. What does the future hold? So the final card is, where is all this leading me? Holy wow, let's go see. Okay. It's upright as well. And it is, between worlds. Look at this. Wow. Okay. All I can say is wow. Okay, let's go see card number 3. This is card number 3. Do we have a lot of 3s in here? No, 51, 43, and 3. Okay, so card 3, the card is upright. The essential meaning of between worlds. Transitions. Not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness. No man's land. Oh, okay, let's see. This is the future. The Oracle's message. Between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Isn't that interesting? That's okay. Let's be okay with that. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. Yes, that's so, how true is that with these, right? That is so true. In this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. Yeah. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. Watch out. The seeds that were planted in the past, I should say. I'm thinking about the year because it's year end right now. It's the end of a year. It's the last day of the year. So I'm really thinking of the new year ahead, and this is such an appropriate reading for this. I got sidetracked, sorry. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. I just want to say, what's this? I'm talking about a rainbow. Okay, sorry, I keep getting distracted, but I just love these cards. If the question is related to a relationship, this is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It is not a moment for certainty, but rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't yet know if this will last forever, so allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back at you. This relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. So important. Prosperity message. In your work, sometimes you try things that have worked for others, hoping that you too will be successful. When this symbol appears, it reminds you reminds you that sometimes the past of your prosperity is a gamble. Win or lose, you can learn much from what comes from your wager. It's a good time to bet on your skills and talents in a new and different arena. Remain curious, and with the right combination of timing and luck, you will stumble upon something golden that will be unlike anything you've known before. Wow. I have gee. I won't read the protection message because the card was upright. Had the card been reversed, I would have only read the protection message with this oracle. I'm blown away by this reading. I hope that this reading resonates with you. And if you like, if this does resonate with you, feel free to leave a comment. If you want to let me know what you think of this reading, if you want to let me know how it makes you feel, if you just want to let me know that this is your jam, you can just leave a heart. This is just so wonderful, and I trust that I will be doing more readings with this deck on this platform again. I do use the deck a lot with clients, and I just love it. I hope that you appreciated this as much as I did, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. Namaste.